Oh, righty. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome to cooking videos with Dave 103. The theme of this is the creamy Cajun chicken pasta skillet from Cooking with AP. Doesn't look like it's a skillet, more of a pot, but what the hell, I don't care. Anyway, look at some cooking videos. We got two from Cooking with Jack. All right, let's get into this.
It's hot as I'm boiling water, so it brings the temp down. I still got everything on high, but right now I'm gonna start my timer as according to what the instructions say on my box, right? So it'll be al dente.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's time for a revolution in whitening with a toothpaste that gives you whiter teeth in one day. Remove even
When you drop it in there, obviously that wasn't as hot as I'm boiling water, so it brings the temp down. I still got
You still deduct a minute from your pasta because it has the extra minute when you drain it and blah blah blah. If you go to the full minimum temp or time, then by the time you serve your pasta, it's overcooked.
everything on high, but right now I'm gonna start my timer as according to what the instructions say on my box, right? So it'll be al dente. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. All right, we already.
Again. Maybe he likes mushier pasta. I like pasta with a little bit more of a bite.
Got our pasta on the stove, that's boiling, right? So now we're gonna cut our
So at the end of the day, okay, he can cook his pasta the way he goddamn wants.
chicken down into bite-sized pieces, right? I'm not gonna, how can I explain this? I could have took saran wrap, put it over the top, and beat my chicken down a little bit to get it flatter, especially on these like bigger pieces, right? Like that, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut these down. And this time, folks, I'm gonna cut things down a little bit smaller. So when I say bite-sized pieces, that's what I mean. So this is what I'm talking about. But I want them to all look about the same size. Now, once you put that heat on there, they start drawing up, and all of that, right? So but don't worry. These are gonna get nice, and these will be a nice size. Just in the past, I have always, and I will say in the past, that's because I like to have a bigger piece. You know what I mean? So like, I like chicken. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? So I like to see if I can have like bigger pieces like this. But now I'm gonna cut these down and we're gonna go ahead and do it.
The way I would get around this is maybe pound it flat a little bit, but I would cut the bigger chicken breasts in half first and just deal with two halves.
The right way. Now, if anything falls off, like these little small pieces, these will be done and they'll be tough and dried out.
Juice.
So, but when they like this size, that, and even that, that's perfect. Okay, so after we, pour out our boiling water, what I didn't record was to show you guys that, listen, we got to save pasta water. So that's what this is right here. This is key. Now I'm gonna set this over here to the side. I took almost about 2 cups out of there. You don't need.
He did say pasta water, correct? Look, I can forgive forgetting to turn the camera on for cooking steps because Lord knows I've done it a million times, but
That's perfect. Okay, so after we, pour out our boiling water, what I didn't record was to show you guys that, listen, we got to save pasta water. So that's what this is right here. This is key. Now I'm gonna set this over.
That's pasta water.
Over here to the side. I took about
I have cooked 1.5 million pastas. I have never had the pasta water be piss yellow. Usually it's cloudy white. How did this happen?
Almost about 2 cups out of there. You don't need that much. About a cup is all you need. But I'm gonna show you guys, in this video what to do. Now, we have our, our chicken already cut into bite-sized pieces. Now we getting ready
Well, I don't know, Fiore. You never come on my main channel anymore.
to get these seasoned all up. We finna get
Not that I'd open the lines tonight anyway, but there you go.
that pan ready. You know what I mean? And we finna work, folks.
Yeah, he said that's pasta water. If he just said melted butter or margarine, I'd have been like, okay, fine.
All right, so now we just add our seasoning to it. It might look like a lot, but you want it to be seasoned, right? And you want all of these little bite-sized.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a look on my main. If you are blocked, I will unblock you.
Pieces to taste, like super good. All right, so I'm gonna put these over here in my hot soapy water.
One, I could buy Baldur's Gate right now if I wanted to. I just don't want to. I have no interest in it. Is it possible that I just don't have any fucking interest in playing it? As for opening the lines, I don't do that here.
Don't forget, folks, you want to have that always at the ready, especially while you're getting, your food is cooking. That way you can you can wash your dishes, That right there is like key. I'll add a little bit more in here. I like to add the most of my seasoning, like especially when adding Creole Kick. I like to.
God. Yeah, it's possible I don't have the money to pay for it. You're right, because I'm not going to open up my bank records to you. But trust me, I do. I just don't want to buy it.
For it to be, done in, a little bit at a time. I can actually look at my chicken and see where I'm at. Like, even after tossing it. It'll take it all.
I don't know. It's because their fucking master, Jake, constantly wants to play the game with me for some reason. Even if I do buy Baldur's Gate 3, I'm not going to play it with anyone else. I'm going to play it by myself. Any things to go on quests or do anything. I'm just going to be like, no, don't want to. In the words of Eric Cartman, I like playing with myself. I play with myself all day long.
I just don't like to have it all in there at once, right? Now I'm going to hit this one more time with a little salt, and then, of course I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I may finish it today, actually. Like I said, that game's pretty fucking short.
Pepper. I like the way pepper when it
like
hits
literally, the entire Dagobah level is literally I get some holocrons, cutscene, boom, final path of the game.
It gives you a little bit of a char, and it changes the flavor of it. So you guys got to get used to using that pepper. When I was coming up,
although I will say, Jesus Christ, that chicken looks good.
You know that I didn't like pepper? I used to tell everybody, oh, I don't want that. It's too hot. Now I can't cook without it. All right, so now we come with the pepper.
Dude, I do retro games on Dave's, on LOP, on Games and Beer all the fucking time. You know better than this, Power Falcon.
And I usually grind for a minute. When you go to my website and you look at the recipe, I'll give you guys a measurement. But for me, I like to have a little bit of it. And when I say a little bit, listen to how I'm saying it. I like to have a lot of pepper. All right, so I got a little heat in my pan. I'm gonna go ahead and add me a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil. And this is infused olive oil, folks. So this right here is made by Branch and Vine. You guys can find them on the internet, branchandvineupland.com. They got garlic. Just go by and check them out. That's all I cook with, as you guys already know.
I mean, what do you mean by retro games? Oh, 1980s retro. Not really. I'll say that. Not really. Because your average early Nintendo game is either A, pointless, or B, super fucking hard.
No. So as this
Like, early video games were absolutely merciless.
heats up, you know what I mean? I have my pan a little bit on the hot side. So actually, this is probably hot enough. I'm gonna go ahead and just add this to it. And here, all we want to do is we just want to brown. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my fire off. This is completely done. You guys want to use a meat thermometer to just to check, but trust.
Which would you have preferred? I sell or I keep around forever and they just stay on my shelf forever?
When they start looking like this right here, and they're still soft. I broke some of these, some of the bigger ones, you know, to get them all about the same size. And then I went ahead and washed my bowl.
Actually, it's easier for the cheat engine to work on retro games. Because they're simpler.
I don't have to have like 2 dirty bowls, and then we just put this off to the side, just like this. Okay, so you should still have a lot of heat, especially if you're using cast iron, because it don't take long. I turn my fire off as I, transfer.
Lasty, when did I ever cover up the fact that I cheat at games? I literally say this fact 1,500 times a day. Yeah, I cheat at games because I want to win. But I'm not cheating anyone else.
My chicken into the bowl, right? So now I put it on like very, very low. I'm gonna add my butter to it right now. And this right here, we want this to melt. This is gonna help get some of this fined up right here. And that's gonna be, the base and the flavor, for our sauce. Now, once your butter has melted, right? I'm gonna go ahead and start with mine. You guys gonna like this. This is the part I like because it always puts a smile on my face. Don't ask me why, folks, but it's like when I load up my garlic press.
Cheating's only shameful if you cheat another human being. If you cheat a computer, it's fine.
I just think about all the times my grandmama had me mincing garlic. Now we're gonna go ahead and prep this cheese. As we have this on low, we simmer. It picks up everything off the bottom. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now, I'm gonna pull this back. I want you to take a look. If I go like this, you see how clean that is? When you have a well-seasoned, cast iron, I can just pull back and everything that you thought that was stuck on the bottom, you can look at that color and just see.
Cheating a human is wrong. Cheating a game, fuck it.
Be on something different, right? So now I'm finna trade. We're gonna get rid of the square edge, right? Now we finna come with the spatula, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our stock.
All right, I'm just gonna say this. Unless you have something to say about the cooking video I'm watching, I'm not responding anymore. You guys are just being silly.
Now I'm going to go ahead and shred. I have to say this because there's always somebody new watching these videos that just don't know, right? You must shred, and you don't have to, so maybe I can't use the word must, but you shred your own cheese. All right, folks, what I'm doing is now I'm taking that mozzarella, just putting it in my cup. Reason being, like I said in a couple of other videos, I think I've been making things overly cheesy. I know some of y'all like, hey, ain't no such thing, but if I'm gonna teach you right, and then you make those adjustments on your end, right? So I got a half a cut of.
Would I rather eat a pepperoni pizza made by a 95-year-old Clint Eastwood or a vegan bacon sub with 3 types of cheese, so it's not vegan anymore, and Chipotle sauce made by Taylor Swift? Well, I don't want to really eat vegan bacon, so and Clint Eastwood is still far cooler than Taylor Swift, so I'm going pepperoni pizza with Clint Eastwood.
Half a cup of cheddar. I got a full cup of mozzarella, and then I got a half a cup
Yeah, it's not real cheese. It's some weird synthetic bullshit cheese, which actually is, I think, worse for you than real cheese.
of Parmesan, right? I got a little left over, but that's up to me to use it. Now, if you guys come back over here, you can see that this is what you want to have. You just want to see it, you know, the lightly simmer. You don't need a whole lot of heat, right? So that's it right there. That tells me it's hot. I can see the vapors, you know, coming up off of it. So now we're getting ready to just start, you know, adding a little bit at a time, right? So
Well, of course, because the only dipshits buying vegan cheese are vegans, so they have the vegan meat, which also doesn't transfer heat like shit.
add something like this. Now we between medium and low, so we'll call this a medium low, right? I can see it ain't quite the way I want it yet, but it's working its way. Now, while this is starting to, you know, simmer, let me go over here and get my bow tie. All right, so what I did was I turned off my fire, right? I don't want no more heat underneath the bottom of it because it'll start making your cheese, you know, kind of like stick. See that right there? This is what you want. You want this consistency right here. So it's enough heat in there to keep everything nice and warm. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just start introducing some of my bow tie to it, right? Now don't forget, you guys use bow tie. You can use whatever type of pasta you would like, you know, to it. But you'll see, look at this here. We'll just keep moving this around, right? Adding some more to it. Don't forget, we got to reintroduce that chicken. I'm gonna turn it back on in just 1
Iced honey buns.
second. But right now, we just want to make sure that it's nice and creamy and, you know, coated well. You see that right there? You see how it's pulling that cheese? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. I got the majority, I probably got 90% of them bow ties in here, right? This is just a 12-inch cast iron skillet. But I want to see, I want to show you guys, as I turn this on there, you see how it kind of like gets thick? It already is sticking to the pasta. Look at that right there, that's cool. But you remember we reserved some pasta water, right? I'm gonna go ahead and add this to it just a little bit like that. Right, now we just gonna continue to roll.
That still looks way too yellow. What'd you cook it in? Fucking chicken stock?
Look how it becomes a little bit more creamy. You see it glistening? This is it right here. I don't want none of it to get out of here. Like I said, I got the majority of it in here. You know, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Now, when you save your pasta water, that's your starchy water. That, along with this cheese sauce, makes it thick. You know, makes it stick, right? So this is what you want to have. Now, I cut myself up a little bit of parsley. You know, man, I just put it in here, and as I roll it over, it gives it some color. All right, folks, listen, I done did my thing. You guys can see right here, I done already shaved a little bit of, this is just, you know, some extra Parmesan on the top. You know what I mean? We finna eat. The reason I'm not finna
Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, I think I'm a little fatter than you. Even I wouldn't have this much pasta.
dig out of this is because I'm gonna take this and put it back so everybody can get them some. So I'm just gonna go in here and get some just one time, y'all. I feel like I'm over talking. I can't wait to try it. I ain't gonna fake. I done already tasted it. You know, it's chef's choice. It's already fire. Cheers. Whew. I felt like I had this all over my face. I know I had a spoonful, but you know what I mean? But it's so cheesy and rich. You guys got to try this and then come back and talk to me down in the comment section below. I know you guys would do some things with this, you know what I mean? But I gave you the base. This is fire as it is. And guess what, folks? It's real kid friendly. Now, down at the bottom, I want you to tell me what else would you add to this? But we're going to take off the mushrooms because, you know, we all know you can add mushrooms to this. Anyway, I want to read it and maybe possibly make it. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash.
Hey, This is Spicy Red Devil. He's not going to melt down the fucking candy, is he? Cocktail meatballs.
Chef John from foodwishes.com with Red Devil cocktail meatballs. That's right, they say.
Again, he's one of the few people that appears on this platform older than me.
The devil's in the details, which is why I've eliminated most of the details here to make these less devilish to do and even more devilishly delicious to eat. And whether you're doing a football tailgate or a Halloween party, these will be absolutely perfect. And to get started, we will add some ground beef and some ground pork to a mixing bowl. And while you can use one or the other, I think a combo works best. And since we are using two different kind of meats, what I like to do is take a fork and blend these.
Just put your hand in there and mix the fucking things. You might have to wash it, but it's fine.
Two meats together before we add the rest of the ingredients, just to hopefully avoid overmixing later. And once our two meats have become one, we will toss in the rest of the ingredients, which will include one large egg, a small but important splash of milk, and then we'll also need some salt, of course, as well as some freshly ground black pepper, followed by some garlic powder, as well as some onion powder. And then obviously, if the recipe has the word devil in the name, we're going to have to also add a little bit of cayenne. And that's it. We'll finish up with our breadcrumbs. And then we'll take our fork again, and we will.
So you added maybe a half a teaspoon of cayenne, and you want to call this Spicy Red Devil cocktails. Cocktail meatballs. Where are the red pepper flakes? Where's the chipotle powder? Where's the habanero powder? Where's the habanero sauce? Where is this to get it where it needs to be considered a spicy devil meatball?
We'll mix and stir this until everything's evenly combined. And while it does take a little bit longer, I really...
And I'm sorry, but this shit, even on my radar, would be a fucking 4. Maybe a 3. Probably a 3. Because you're asking maybe a half a teaspoon of cayenne to cover 2 pounds of meat. All the other ingredients, including milk and breadcrumbs, which soak shit up. So unless this sauce these damn things are served in is super spicy, yeah, I think your title's a little misleading, my friend. And by the way, I like you. I respect you. But this title's a little... It's pure white people shit. And I'm tired of white people being the butt of every we can't handle spicy shit.
I like using a fork for this. But if you want, you can use a big spoon or a spatula, or even your hand. I mean, you are, after all, the Lucifer, of which tool you'd prefer. But I really do think the fork is the best choice. Or even a small pitchfork if you have it. And then...
No, the best tool is your fucking hand. I can already tell you've made this into more of a patty than anything else.
Once that's mixed, what we'll do is pat it down and cover it in plastic. And if possible, pop it into the fridge for about 30 minutes to chill before we shape it. Right, this step is optional, but cold meat is always easier to work with than warm meat. Right, ask anybody that makes meatballs in hell. But whether you chill your meat or not, what we'll do is start scooping portions onto a lightly greased foil-lined baking sheet. And as usual, I'm going to wet my fingers so the meat doesn't stick as I work with it. And you can just scoop out portions with a tablespoon. But I really love using these little sorbet scoopers, since it's easier to get the exact same amount in each portion. But no matter what you use, we'll portion that onto our pan. And if you're making them the same size I am, you're going to get about 30 to 32, which is roughly 8 portions of 3 meatballs each. And then what we'll do once that's been accomplished is wet our hands And we'll go ahead and roll these into balls, if that is you want balls.
So they're 1 ounce balls.
Or if you're feeling lazy or you're pressed for time, you can brown and sauce these as is, and they'll still look fine and taste the same. But I do think they look nicer if you roll them. So hopefully you spend a couple extra minutes and do just that. Oh, and do not forget to wet your hands first, since if you only learn one...
Also, if it's a standalone meatball dish, I don't want them 1 ounce. I'd rather have them a little bit bigger.
Thing on this channel, it should be the damp hands make smooth balls. And once those smooth balls...
I mean, I get it. He's doing cocktail meatballs.
...have been formed and equally spaced, they are ready to transfer into the center of a nice hot 475 degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, or until the bottoms are sizzling and they browned up nicely, and they hopefully look like this. And by the way, you can do this step ahead of time, like I did here, and actually make the meatballs the day before, and then just heat them up in the sauce when you're ready to serve. And for the sauce, we'll need some Korean chili paste, which goes by the name gochujang, or as a food wisher would pronounce it, gochujang. And then to that we will add some seasoned rice vinegar.
Well, then I must have pissed off every fucking Asian ancestor, because I pronounce it gochujang. And guess what? I don't care.
As well as a little touch of soy sauce. I'm also going to do a nice squeeze of sriracha, since my Korean chili paste wasn't that spicy. And I do want this to have a kick. And then to balance out all that salty, sweet tanginess, we'll pour in some maple syrup, which I much prefer over honey in this, which most people use for chili glazes.
With the gochujang, I hoped that's where the spice is coming from. But you neutered it with all the fucking sugar in the maple syrup. I have to pee. That's all I have to say. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, well, actually, I'm not sorry, but fuck it. My objection to this recipe is not the meatballs. Everything is fine right now with the meatballs and with this sauce. My objection is what he called it, spicy red devil. If you're going to make food hot as Lucifer, then it should be a habanero-infused meatball, a ghost pepper style sauce with a Reaper pepper coleslaw on the side. It should burn your fucking taint off.
And that's it. We'll finish up with a small splash of water. At which point we can head to the stove.
This, at this point, is mild to moderately spicy meatballs. Unless he busts something out.
Where we will bring this up to a simmer on medium-high heat. And once it starts to bubble, we'll give it a stir.
Then why call it Red Devil? I mean, there's a reason that Red Devil cinnamon bites died. One, they were the grossest candy on the planet, but two, they weren't that hot.
And we'll reduce our heat to medium, and we'll let this cook for about a minute or two, or until it thickens.
Then call it Red Fire Engine meatballs. If you want to say, I have made Lucifer's balls, they better be hotter than the halls of hell.
It's up slightly. And like all sauces and glazes, you're going to have to decide how thick this gets. All right, I do want mine relatively thick.
You're calling me a crybaby when you sit there and defend Jake when he can't cook his fucking way out of a wet paper bag?
But I want to retain a little bit of the sauciness. And once we're eventually happy with how that looks, we will transfer our meatballs in, and we will stir those until they're evenly coated. And then the only things that have to happen before we can serve this is that our meatballs get heated through, as well as our sauce continues to reduce down a little bit to whatever we would consider the perfect glaze. Oh, and if that happens before your meatballs are heated through, just simply add a splash of water so your pan doesn't dry out. And on the other hand, if your meatballs are hot and your glaze is a little too thin, just turn up the heat and reduce it a little faster. And once we do decide these are ready to serve, I like to give the pan the old shake.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. I'm just bitching about the name. This is not that hot. If I hated it, it'd probably be somewhere on the 4 to 5 for spiciness. Because everything of spice he counteracts with sweet, which kills spice. So again, this would probably be somewhere between 3 and 5. Again, he concentrated it down, so that throws a variable wrench. So I'm going to go with 3 to 5 for spiciness. But again, you don't call these the devil's meatballs unless they're hotter than the halls of hell.
A shaker, just to kind of settle in even.
Oh my God, yes it does.
Out the balls, at which point we could serve.
There are there are 2 things that are guaranteed to kill spice. One is milk. It's just because the protein in the beverage coats your entire mouth, therefore killing spice. It's kind of a lot like a grease fire. Milk is a little bit closer to an fire extinguisher. Another one is, again, ice cream for the same reason, but it's a lot colder. And it has more cream in it. Another one, if you can handle drinking it, is heavy whipping cream. But another one is citrus. And another one is sugary treats. They neutralize capsaicin. Don't believe me? Watch The Hot Ones with Gordon Ramsay. And if you don't think he's a food expert, then go fuck yourself.
These just like this. But I'm actually going to take a wet paper towel and just clean up the sides of the pan a little bit. All right, if you don't mind washing one extra thing, you could just transfer these into a clean serving pan or dish. But a quick wipe works for me. And that's it. These are ready to serve up. Next,
I wouldn't even bother to do that just because I'm fucking lazy.
this is some toothpicks, which I've placed in a holder made out of actual human bone.
Gordon Ramsay, who had earned 15 Michelin stars before he ever got his first TV show. Okay. Whatever, dude. At some point, as Obi-Wan Kenobi said, you are lost then.
Or at least that's what the guy selling
Or then you are lost.
the Shrunken Heads told me. And then for a little bit of a garnish, I'm going to sprinkle.
Yeah, I'm sure your boy Jake can beat him.
These with both white and black sesame seeds. Since if the red meatballs represent the fires of hell, then the light sesame seeds will be the sparks, and the black sesame seeds will be the ash. And that's it. What we're calling Red Devil cocktail meatballs are ready to enjoy.
Like I said, my objection to this recipe is not the recipe. I'd eat the shit out of these. It's just the title of it. They're not hot enough. Zex Luthor, I don't believe you. But if you want to know, here he is. Now he's going to go over my pizza bagel recipe, not offer any critiques, not offer any ways I can make it better, just kind of make some jokes and general observances. Oh, he's got his fuck ice thing in the background. Of 4 p.m. And don't forget, tell you what, Jake, what would your opinion of ice be if they ran a train on your girl? Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Blah, 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 blah. All the things YouTube has me saying. TJ's only talked about me twice, and that was years ago.
The way he put that on there, we just watched him intentionally do it, but it still looked like an accident.
Okay, first thing, as you can see, I've already kind of pre-toasted these bagels. Oh, you mean like Hassan Piker's dog, and he might be going, he might be fucked for it? Like, my brother used a shock collar, but you know what my brother did? Put it on his neck and shocked himself before he put it on the dog, because he wanted to make damn sure, well, if it doesn't hurt me. And he was watching it like a hawk, because he's like me. I still disagreed with him, but it's his dog. In a 450 degree oven. And now I'm adding my standard pizza sauce, which is 28 ounces of tomato sauce.
Why does he do this? It's just the same.
What, make pizza bagels? What's the same? What is the same, Jake? Spoon of olive oil, 3 cloves of minced garlic, a teaspoon of salt. I have found a pizza sauce recipe I like. And 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Does he say anything before that? Normally I never back up, but I gotta know. I hope all of you are enjoying Dave's cooking show at its new time of 4 p.m. And don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Blah, 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 blah. All the things YouTube has me saying.
The way he put that on there, we just watched him intentionally do it, but it still looked like an accident.
Okay, first thing, as you can see, I've already kind of pre-toasted, except I haven't done it in the past. I'm just doing it now. Seriously, it's been within the October videos, or maybe the September videos that I've done that. Of this year. This channel's been around since 2014. These bagels in a 450 degree oven. And now I'm adding my standard, I don't know, because they're bakery bagels, so usually their holes are smaller. But I don't care. Pizza sauce, which is 28 ounces of tomato sauce.
Why does he do?
What is the You don't even know my pizza sauce recipe yet. So again, you haven't fucking offered a single counter argument.
Do this. This is the same.
A tablespoon of olive oil, 3 cloves of minced garlic, a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and about a teaspoon of black pepper. You mix all of that together in a small slow cooker. Cook on high for at least 1 hour, and then on low until you're ready to use.
This song, dude.
I usually make it about 3 hours.
It's so like Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
So you can't comment on my cooking. You have no argument against that. So you're going after the music that I choose. Right, and you're the superior cook.
But not good enough.
In advance. So 1 on high, 2 on low. And then you just want to spread the pizza sauce around. And then once you've got that done, time
Shocking
to
development.
add a good covering of... would you have preferred if I just skipped that cheese? I believe in a previous video you chastised me for skipping over steps that were common sense. So it's like you don't have any fucking rules for... You just want to disagree with me, so you're just a fucking contrarian. Good to know, Jake. I'm an expert at destroying contrarians. Shredded, maybe I'll let you
Whole
back on
milk
my main
mozzarella?
channel.
Sure.
By the way, when you're making pizza, it's a good idea to buy the block cheese. There is no way I'm talking with Jake tonight. And either shred it with a box grater or use your food processor's grater.
He goes through phases. Remember when he was making pizzas with bag cheese last week?
Gee, it's almost like I grab what I have available. Especially if I'm just putting something together, which this was just a put together recipe. I didn't plan for it or anything. Or maybe this was. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes I just throw things together, Jake. Also, that's not an argument.
Fucking last month.
Considering I know for a fact you use block cheese and fucking shredded cheese, freshly shredded cheese.
I agree, I guess.
Now you want to add
Sausage.
some Italian sausage. Then add some pepperonis.
Pepperonis.
Then you want to add some crumbled bacon, because bacon makes everything better. Do you actually have an argument against what I'm doing here, or are you just going to watch it like a bitch? And
Boy
I hope
puppy.
you guys
Priming.
have a fantastic day.
4 straight years. Almost.
and then top with just a little bit
Almost,
more
dude.
of that whole milk mozzarella.
Thank you.
Then you want to pop these into the oven for 5 to 7 minutes. Again, that
Okay.
450 degree oven that we already heated up to toast the bagels. Again, 5 to 7 minutes. Is there a counter argument in my future? And for me, it took about 7 minutes. And
You know?
that's what you're looking for. Now, basically, you want to let these cool down, as when they come out, they're going to be molten hot. You don't want to burn your mouth. So give them about 5. I love his smug-ass smile. Hey, motherfucker. Jake, come here, buddy. recreate this recipe. This is a pretty basic, easy recipe. I gave you my fucking sauce! Recreate this recipe, dipshit! Minutes to cool down. All right. That's just the limitation of my camera.
Great shot. He says he's starting the rivalry back up. What rivalry?
You know, you're right. What actual rivalry? I seem to kick the crap out of you. You haven't uploaded on your cooking channel in over a year, if not 2. You've already yielded that ground to me. Your political party is losing relevance by the day. You won't fuck with Shoe on Head. Oh, wait, you did, and you got downvoted to oblivion. What if she makes a dedicated video to you? You're fucked. You're done. So I don't know what the hell you're doing, dude, but until I see some actual fucking, movement from you. Yeah, you're right. It isn't a rivalry. I won. Again, until you get your cooking channel up to 4 videos a week. Anyway, where are we at? We got time for Cooking with Jack. So we can end on Dave getting pissed off. What happened when we ate this pizza? And this isn't the only Cooking with Jack video. Oh, there is another.
Guys, just want to really quick thank our sponsor of the Pizza Wars tour, All American Water. You guys know that.
I'm gonna skip over his ad. I'm not even gonna comment. I don't care.
We are at stop number 2, and I have to tell you, this is probably
What the hell is Tammy doing there? Is she just strapping you in like you're in a high chair?
the most famous place, Lou Malnati's. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Jimmy.
What is Tammy doing behind him? Like, does he seriously need to be strapped to a chair? At this point, what is he, lost a leg? Lost both his legs?
Jimmy's all in his internet right now. But yeah, we're
Or is he in a fucking wheelchair?
at Lou Malnati's. We're getting a deep dish. We're gonna get him Italian beef. We might even sample some tiramisu. We don't know. But let me show you the menu anyway. But like, this place is like world famous for their deep dish. There's like only 2 places, I think, that are, there's a few famous places, but this is the most famous. Okay, so let's take a look. Here's our other pizza. Mike's Hot Honey is getting around, guys. Probably gonna ask for some on the side. Alright. Pause the video and take a closer look. It's in the back. Oh wow. Here's all their appetizers. See anything you like? Pasta. Desserts. Tiramisu, how much?
11.55.
Yeah, maybe we'll just dream about it. sandwiches, beautiful. They got a kids menu too. Oh, and they have a gluten-free pizza. And by the way, this place is famous for its buttery crust. So we're in a pizza place and they're advertising a pizza cooker for at home on TV. That cracks me up.
Anything else I can get you guys right now?
Oh, looks good. Thank you.
Good, thank you.
You can go ahead and eat yours. I'll get pictures of Tammy and mine.
Well, you wanted to try it or not?
Oh, I'll just continue filming then. All right, well, should we start with Jimmy? You get those glasses clean, and then we'll have you take the first bite.
Sounds good.
Yay! Oh. You cheese it up, right?
Huh?
You cheese it up?
Yeah.
Yeah? He knows how to do it, guys. That looks beautiful.
I'm sorry, I can never watch a Cooking with Jack video without having to pause it to suppress my rage. Because, look, I don't give a fuck that he's had a stroke. I really don't. Jack Scalfani is a piece of shit. And he completely abused and destroyed his relationship with his son because his second wife, Tammy, is a complete fucking cunt. And this is why stepdads need to slap their fucking wives in the face and say, or dads need to slap the stepmom in the face and say, no, you're his stepmom, fuck you. Because guess who bailed him out? Big shock, mommy's grandparents. And Jack was pissed with them because Tammy is a member of a psycho Christian cult. So again, August the Duck, I don't know if you guys know who he is. He said he wasn't going to cover Jack anymore or make fun of him. I will, because I think he's a piece of shit. And when you're that, I don't fucking care. I don't want you to get shot. I don't want you to die. But as long as you're alive, I'm going to make fun of you.
Does look really good.
You always serve it up. I love that. You don't have to do it yourself. Well, while he's cheesing it, Tam, you want to go first?
Looks really nice.
That looks beautiful.
No, I guarantee it's hot. It's Chicago deep dish, so it
You
plays
got
by a
pepperoni and
different
sauce, don't you?
Yeah, that's what we all got.
Nice. And the cheese is really good
So
here.
is this literally just you guys having cheese pizza or pizza, Chicago deep dish pizza? All right, now we get to Jack.
Or their ow, that's hot. Their buttery crust.
Jack, why are you eating that? Have you not had enough? Have you not had enough strokes? You've already lost an arm.
I'm gonna take a piece of crust.
No, my hatred of Jack comes from many other different things.
You pay a little bit extra, but
Again, like completely cutting your child out of your family because he smokes pot.
they're well famous for it. It was $1. So they brought the beef dip. Beautiful. They didn't skip on cheese. Got the au jus right here.
I'm sorry, this restaurant sucks. That is the worst looking sandwich I've ever seen.
Little watermelon for afterwards, some grapes. Nice little setup.
That's horrible. That sucks. Where the fuck are my French fries?
Let's give it a try. Alright, let's give it a try.
You never, ever, ever give up on your child.
Little sweet pepper, cheese, meat.
And trust me, there have been plenty of times when the parent would have been perfectly justifiable to give it up on the child. And in my family, they never fucking did. They would have been perfectly justified to give it up.
This is the Italian beef.
No, I wouldn't end it because her dancing. It's she went dancing without me on a girl's night out, which is usually code for I'm getting fucked. But considering the whole nightclub scene is dying now, I may not have to have that stance anymore anyway. And by the way, I wouldn't stop her from dancing. I'd just say, well, okay. Don't come back here.
Sandwich, right? Does this one have sausage like the last one? No? Okay. So yeah, looks really cheesy. Really cheesy. Peppers look really good.
Sorry that I have boundaries. She can do whatever she wants. I'm not going to stop her. But if you cross a boundary, when you're done with it, don't come back here.
Good. Apply some of the
But also, that particular girl in that situation is not my fucking daughter. Do you understand the difference?
jus real quick.
You fucking dumbass! Alright, I think we're close enough to an hour. I'm going to call it. I'll be on in a couple of minutes, and we'll do a few stories from the news today. But I really do want to have some whatever time.
Hey everybody,
Welcome to the kitchen.
Good night, everybody.